You know, there has been so much stuff I've wanted since I was 16 years old, 4 years ago in 2013. I have always wanted to spoil myself, just like most people. Of course, I wish I could have done that, earning my own money and having my own income. Sadly, it didn't turn out that way as I wished it would have. I mean, back in 2012, 5 years ago, or 4 years ago in 2013 when I was 16, I actually did want a job. But I wanted a job that just would have paid me $10 an hour. Just 10. No more, no higher, but no lower. Anything under $10 an hour, I was not at all gonna fuck with. But in the shitty ass town, godforsaken town that I live in and that I have lived in for a long time, called Greenville in the state of Michigan. Minimum wage 4 or 5 years ago was only like $7 to $7.25 an hour. And I personally think, in my opinion, that that is absolute garbage and pathetic. I'm not gonna work my ass off for such shitty amount of pay an hour, especially like that. But since I was 16 in 2013, the most thing I truly wanted, wished I had, craved and desired was and still is a gaming desktop computer. But I don't just want any ordinary, normal gaming desktop computer. No. I wanted literally like a $5,000 to $10,000 gaming desktop computer. And especially knowing how much and how long I have suffered for, I deserve it. By far. I wanted tons of video games, of course, on my gaming desktop. Most of the games that I did want and still do want, obviously I would get off of Steam. But there are some games that obviously I wouldn't play on my gaming desktop because they're not on every console. Like, for example, after I get a gaming desktop, that's only if I get a job at the United States Postal Office. Or not, United States Postal Service, sorry, earning $20 an hour. I wouldn't just want to work like 5 hours a day or 10 hours a day. I'd literally want to work 11 hours a day. Because you get $20 extra for every overtime hour you work. And the thing is, after I get a gaming desktop, which hopefully will be this year, but I will probably not be able to use it or play on it until like next year in 2018 when I'm 21. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to use it this year at the age of 20. I hope to God I will be able to. But the second thing I would love to buy is a gaming laptop. Like, if I want to travel, I'm obviously not going to want to carry around a big bulky gaming desktop. I'm going to want a gaming laptop. And then other than that, I want a Wii U, or in other words, a Nintendo Switch. And on that, I want Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Edition, I would also like the new Super Mario Bros. Brawl or whatever for the Nintendo Wii U. And instead of buying a goddamn TV, I would get a movie projection screen and a movie projector. And of course, I would love to have my own apartment after getting all these things and after spoiling myself. But even more than buying an apartment, I would love more than anything to be able to afford a house. But chances of that happening are very low. Even a small house, even if it's really nice, because obviously I want a really nice house, even if it's small or tiny, it's still gonna be like in the $1,000 range, obviously. And the thing is that I also want those really expensive lightsabers. Ultra Sabers and Saber Forge. And I really would just love to have all those things. But sadly, I never did get those things when I was younger, when I should have. And to be honest, I wish I could have made $100 an hour at the age of 16 or 17. Because what I wanted to do at the age of 16 in 2013 was become a freelance photographer. The only reason I never got to do something that spectacular was because I didn't have any support or help trying to get into that. And it breaks my heart because obviously, if I was making $100 an hour and living at home with my parents, saving everything I make, I would have only wanted to work 5 hours, because then that would have been $500 a day and more than $1,000 a week. But I'd probably still end up working 10-hour days, because I would love earning $1,000 a day. I would love more than anything to earn that kind of money. I would be able to spoil myself in no time if I was earning that kind of money. And I wish I could. Especially at the age of 20, when I should have moved out when I was 18 2 years ago in 2015. But sadly I didn't, because I didn't have the money. I don't have my own car yet, or driver's license. And I barely ever get the chance or opportunity to drive, and when I do, I am scared and terrified shitless of driving. Go ahead and laugh and make fun of me all you want, but I am scared of driving, and I am terrified of driving at the age of 20, because I never took driver's training, because I never wanted to, because I didn't want to do shit. When I had the massive major depression, stress, anxiety, anxiousness, and suicidal thoughts that I did have since the age of 15 in 2012 for the past 5 years. My life is a sad story, and my life has literally been a living hell emotionally and mentally. It's just a fact, a 100% fact. There is still so many things I want, and it breaks my heart to think about those things that I really do want. And to look at them, to watch videos on them, to go on YouTube and see so many comments about them, just puts me on edge. Just